Well, we love it on After Hours when our guest is in a good mood and a hat trick. When you're trying to make the team, we'll do that. That's the story of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins night at Reaugh Place and the fans chanting Nugent-Hopkins. Well, we're getting a ton of tweets about your performance tonight. Here's a typical one from Corey_McKinnon. Looks like a whole Nuge era in Edmonton. How was your night?
It was fun. I mean, anytime you get to play with two players like Halsey and Ebbs, it's pretty awesome. And I mean, it's obviously disappointing that we didn't get the win, but I thought we definitely had a good effort, and I thought we outplayed them for a lot of the game.
Certainly for 2 periods. Darryl.
Jump right into the hat trick. 3 different goals, 3 different ways. Maybe you can talk us through how they went.
Yeah, well, the first one here was just a great pass from Ebbs, and Luongo made a really good first save, and then I just kind of got my rebound and just trickled over him. And the second one, I just came out of the corner, and Gilbert made a really nice shot pass, and I just tried to deflect it on net, and it just got lucky enough to go in.
And then the hat trick goal, which we looked at a bunch of times. I'm sure it was talked about and all that. What was the conversation on the bench after it had gone in?
Because there was one.
Yeah. We watched it.
Yeah, none of us really knew if it crossed or not, but I mean...
what's going on here?
I don't know. We're just discussing.
Is Taylor Hall saying it's mine and you're saying no, it's mine?
Yeah, exactly. Something like that, yeah.
Fair enough. Well, look, it's your goal, and that's it's going to be recorded as your first NHL hat trick in just your 3rd game ever. And I'm wondering, on a magical night like this, with the way you were tracking the puck, did it feel like you were back in Red Deer?
I don't know. I mean, it's obviously a different stage. It's a bigger stage, and I mean the fans here, as you can see, are awesome for us. So I mean, it's always fun to play on a stage like this.
The paparazzi has followed you up to here. Was there a moment for you in camp or in the preseason where it sort of clicked in your mind, because you had to have some trepidation heading in as to whether you were ready for this level? Was there a moment in your mind where you went, you know what, I belong here?
Well, I mean, during the exhibition season, once the game started to get to the end of the exhibition season, we started to face more veteran lineups. I started to feel more comfortable, and I played with some great players, obviously with Smitty, Halsey, Ebbs, and all the guys who I played with. So, I mean, that really helped me out make the adjustment pretty fast.
Just before we get to a question on videotape here, your weight has come in for more discussion than Oprah Winfrey's last diet. I mean, a lot of people were taking it for granted that because you have some weight to gain, that they expected to put a lot more muscle on, that you would automatically, because of that, go back to junior. But that's not been the case. You've been very agile. You haven't been getting hit a lot, and you've used your agility to best advantage. But at any point in your first 3 games, have you felt at a disadvantage because you're lighter than most of the players you're facing?
Well, I think I can definitely sense that the guys in the NHL are a lot stronger in the face-off circle. I mean, in junior, I thought I was a pretty good face-off man, but it definitely is a big adjustment at this level. The guys are much stronger on their stick and a lot more powerful in the face-off circle.
Well, what Cam Barker, I think, has said. He was there in Chicago when Patrick Kane broke in, and there were great concerns that he was too light and was going to pay the price for it, and he won the Calder Trophy. So there's a good standard, right? Here's a question for you via videotape.
Hey Ryan, I'm Ryan from Boston, and I'm a huge fan. I was just wondering, have you ever been mistaken for the girl from the movie Juno?
Oh, God.
Oh, there she is. That's Ellen Page.
Fair.
Do you know where that?
That was a little harsh.
There's a striking likeness, isn't there? I think Ryan Whitney was onto something. You know anything about the movie Juno?
No, I've never seen it.
Okay,
actually.
It's the story of a
Be
teenage,
proud of that.
a 16-year-old girl who has to deal with an unplanned pregnancy, and it starred Ellen Page, and and you're not getting the joke here.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Well, that's got nothing to do with the pregnancy, just how you look. Oh my God! All right, you on Twitter?
Yeah, I just got it a few weeks ago.
How many followers you got?
I think 20,000 now.
Already?
That'll double tonight.
Wow, yeah, no kidding. You wait and see how it multiplies. Jordan Eberle, a lot of your teammates are on Twitter, and Jordan Eberle is. He sent one out yesterday saying I'm not sure if we have it here, but he and Taylor Hall were going to have you over for supper last night and attempt to cook. How did it go?
Actually, some other plans came up, and we didn't actually get to do it. But I mean, it'll definitely be fun.
Not so much for that.
That one died. Yeah. How are your living accommodations here?
Well, we just moved from the hotel yesterday into an apartment hotel, which has like a kitchen and stuff, and it's like a 1-bedroom apartment, so it's a lot better. I did my first grocery shopping yesterday.
Oh, how'd that go?
It was all right. I just picked up
all the staples.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, what did you buy?
Some snacks and a meal for last night that I just quickly cooked up, and then just drinks and stuff. Pretty standard.
Did you get recognized in the grocery store?
No, I didn't.
You will now.
Yeah, those days are gone. Taylor Hall was in this situation a year ago, everybody watching to see what the decision on him would be after 9 games, and we later found out that, much later, that he'd been told after 5 games that he was staying. So you've only played 3, but boy, the 3rd was spectacular. So I guess we have to ask the question, have the Oilers told you anything about whether you'll be staying at this point?
No, all they really tell me is just keep playing, and we'll just see how it goes out. But I mean, I haven't really been told if I'm going to stay or not.
So we will not require burning bamboo shoots underneath your fingernails to get the truth out of you. That's as it stands.
No.
Okay. You wasted no time in scoring your first NHL goal. It came in your first game with about, 5 minutes to go, and it tied it for the Oilers and set up a win in the shootout. So here's a tweet from Oilers fan 89. What have you done with the puck, and did you or your team do anything to celebrate that first goal?
Actually, the team still has the puck, and I think they put it on the plaque. I think the puck tonight's going to go on a plaque too. So I haven't got that yet.
You're going to have a lot of plaques.
Yeah, I haven't got that yet. So after the game, no, I don't think we really did anything to celebrate. I think just a few of us went out for dinner.
Okay, how about tonight?
I'm not sure what
Small
the plans
matter of
are.
the hat trick to celebrate, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the plans are.
Let's go back to draft day in Minnesota. We've got some footage. This is from the series Oil Change, which will be premiering its 2nd series on the 21st of October on City TV at 8 p.m. here in Edmonton. Let's listen to a bit of this.
The Edmonton Oilers are so proud to select from the Red Deer Rebels, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
You again. I know, I see you everywhere. Do you remember this? Do you remember this walk?
Well, it's a little bit of a blur, but congratulations, man.
It's all good.
Yeah, it'll be great playing with you.
That's pretty good, Ryan.
Yeah. All right. Good. Might be your winger.
Relax.
What do you think this kid's going to be like with us?
He's going to be awesome. 3 years for him passing me the puck, so it's very smooth.
He does sometimes things with the puck that I didn't even see that. I'm in the stand.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
That's
so
cool.
We've got some pieces coming.
How about Taylor Hall saying he might be your winger?
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. It doesn't. It seems like a long time ago, but that wasn't too long ago.
Well, we want to ask you about your parents. Because your father, Roger, is a coffee salesman. I don't think he's working any longer because he was ill for a while, although recovered from lymphoma. Your mother, Debbie's a nurse's assistant. They divorced when you were a tot, so it wasn't easy for them. They had to make sacrifices for you and your brother Adam to play at Burnaby Winter Club in Vancouver. So there they were on that day, beaming as you were the toast of the hockey world. There's your mother not beaming but crying, tears of joy. Give us a story, Ryan, that underlines how Roger and Debbie imparted on you the work ethic that had a lot to do with you going first overall in June.
Well, I think obviously I owe everything to my parents and my family, and they've been unreal for me. And I think just the fact that my dad actually lived out in Richmond and my mom in Burnaby, and I played out in Burnaby, and my dad would drive every day or most days to come pick me up and take me to the rink if my mom was working, which was most of the time. So I mean, just little sacrifices like that. I mean, my dad would drive half an hour, then another 20 minutes just to take me to the rink, and my mom would be working away at the hospital. So I mean, I definitely owe everything I have to them.
Speaking of sacrifice, there was a time when you were younger when you didn't play for a year. It's an expensive sport, as you know. And 2 questions with that. One, what did you do that year when you didn't play? How old were you?
I was in second year Pee Wee.
Okay. What did you do to fill the void when you weren't playing? And then the other one, any plans for you to use your newfound riches to maybe help out some young kids?
During that year, I still was on the ice quite a bit. In Vancouver, there's a ton of open ice, so I definitely stayed on the ice a lot, and I was in the gym. I started to get into the gym at that age, so I was doing that too. So, I actually just donated some Reaugh apparel to my old Bantam team, which is it's really nice to get the opportunity to do that.
Awesome.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, you were described in one story I read in a newspaper article as impossibly skinny. But tonight you're the owner of your first NHL hat trick. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is our guest on After Hours. We'll continue with the Oiler rookie live from Rexall Place in a moment.